What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about the state of the lightweight division and something I feel that needs a little more attention, which is the state of Tony Ferguson. Now, Ferguson is one of my favorite fighters. That doesn't mean that I don't like Khabib or Conor or their fans, because I'm a fan. The problem is that I effing love all these guys, and that's a great problem to have. You know, Khabib, Conor, Poirier, Gaeyhje, Felder, and now Charles Oliveira, the sneaky bastard. Charles wasn't supposed to get here before Tony got a shot at the title. Shit happens, I guess. I hope Charles has better luck, because he is my style of fighter. I want to see all these guys fight each other. There's a sweet little lightweight tournament going on these days. Just because Tony's out in the first bracket doesn't mean he's washed up. He got beat by two elite fighters. Oh no! In fact, the only guy who hasn't lost to two elite fighters is Khabib Nurmagomedov. Everyone else loses. It just so happens that Tony did it in the COVID era this year. Good old 2020. He's 36, I get it, guys. And that's great motivation. So is $500,000 to fight. But I'll enjoy every minute of Tony's fights and get to watch him play out his career. Unlike Khabib, GSP, Henry Cejudo. Didn't like it when Conor left, of course. Glad he's back fighting top guys before it's too late. Don't go anywhere, Khabib. You still have things to do. But who the hell am I, you know? I don't think Tony's getting cut or would need 4-fight win streak to get a shot at the title, like Big John said on his podcast. When you're just outside the top 5, it can only take 1, maybe 2 in the lightweight division against the right guys. Look at what Conor did, the crafty Irishman. He bounced back off of Cerrone, and now he's back in the Shark Tank with the killers. Justin Gaethje lost to Dustin Poirier 2.5 years ago. He had to beat James Vick, Barboza, Cowboy Cerrone, and beat a killer in Tony Ferguson. Tony has beaten 2 of those guys already, and the other guy is James Vick. Tony had a great rise, maybe the best chaos in the UFC of all time. That's the BMF to me. He is the Intercontinental Champ. He's my Bret Hart. But no one has had the hardest road to the title than Dustin Poirier. Like the hardest roadman. Like Hooker, Holloway, Eddie Alvarez twice, Gaethje, Pettis, Miller, Michael Johnson, Bobby Green. The list keeps going. And I'm telling you, hey Khabib, it all comes back to you, sir. Don't do us dirty and leave us without any closure, brother. We want to see how your story ends. Legendary stories don't end when the hero climbs the mountain and he's fighting off these dragons and then suddenly, the end. No, there's more dragons on the mountain, Khabib. I mean, the greatest champions and legends had many title defenses, fought off many contenders. Others have done it at 2 weight classes, just to prove a point. Izzy and John Jones are both attempting it as we speak. Champ is a real thing. They may even fight each other someday just to have a champ versus champ blockbuster event. Okay, back to reality though. Tony can fight Felder or RDA in a rematch and get right back in there with the boys. He could do what Dustin did and fight Dan Hooker. That's not a bad matchup. Conor fought Cerrone. Gaethje hasn't made a comeback from Khabib yet, but he's got to do it with possibly Chandler. That's a big frickin' task. So what if he loses 2 in a row? Let's see how this amazing tournament plays out. Who's the winners and who the losers are? Who's the potential matchups? And who goes from there? Tony won't get cut. He's a company man, and he's been doing favors this whole year. So, regroup, come back. Khabib should return. It can't just be about getting the belt. Okay, mission accomplished. I know he wants a longer lasting legacy than what he's leaving us with. I get it. He has things to do, All of the champs do, even Stipe Miocic. That's like winning the lottery and keeping your day job. Okay, just kidding. He's a firefighter and baddest man on the planet. He's a fucking hero. Dustin, Gaethje, and Conor were all dominated in their last fights with Khabib. Now, like I said before, Poirier bounced back from Hooker, Conor bounced back with Cerrone, and Gaethje hasn't done it yet. So, Tony loses to Oliveira, and all of a sudden, pandemonium. Like, give me a break, because Oliveira is the most elite grappler in the top 5 now. And Dustin, Conor, and Gaethje were all submitted by Khabib. So, rest assured, Oliveira is going to be kicking some ass in the top 5. So, we're going to look back and be like, man, Tony lost to the best striker, the best grappler. And you know, I'd like to see Poirier too. But Tony's got a comeback to accomplish. So what if the loser of Conor versus Dustin gets dominated or completely gets his ass kicked? Oh my god, what if Chandler mollywops Gaethje? All things are possible in the greatest division. Tony's 36, I get it. There's questions on how much time he has left to correct these losses. He got pieced up on the feet by Gaethje and out-grappled by Charles. And now you want to say that Tony would get smashed by Khabib because of Charles Oliveira's performance. So let's just give the belt to Charles, because he's the new Khabib. And he will get his takedowns and out-grapple everyone like the Eagle did. But hey, I won't be surprised if Charles actually sneaks in there and gets the title. I'd love it, because there's been next to no promotion for him. But he has the skills. He has the most submissions in UFC history. Then these 2 Tony losses won't look so bad in the next couple months when we see who the next round of winners and losers are. Hey, Dustin bounced back by beating Hooker. That's not a bad gauge to see where Tony's at. Felder, RDA, bring it on. Tony Ferguson is a super athlete and super tough BMF. Hopefully 36 is just a number, and we get to see a great comeback story. Believe me, I was concerned when he fired all of his coaches and became his own head coach. So there's a lot to unpack between all of his issues inside and outside the octagon. Think about training for Khabib for the 5th time. Boom, COVID. Last minute replacement to save the UFC's comeback from the Rona. By the way, it's Justin Gaethje. Complete opposite style you've been training for. My god, you get your ass handed to you, snaps your 12-fight win streak, and people start talking shit after you did all the right things. Then you have a fight with your own team. It's obvious it went too far. Maybe, just maybe, a quick turnaround fight with the most successful grappler in the UFC wasn't such a great idea. But that's hindsight. For all I know, this needed to happen. I just remember yelling at the screen when Bisping wanted to fight Kelvin Gastelum right after losing the title to GSP. Like, no, Bisping, don't do it! I mean, Michael Bisping himself believes we may be seeing the rapid decline of Tony Ferguson due to years of taking damage and not knowing when to quit. But Bisping, as well as all other Tony Ferguson fans, would like to remain optimistic. And let's see what the next fight tells us. Will Tony continue to beat the top 10 guys? Can he get back to the top 5? Will Conor take the fight if he loses to Poirier? Or is this the end of the boogeyman? Only time will tell. I leave it there. Well, if you listened to me this far, then tell me what you think in the comments section. What do you think's going to happen with the state of the lightweight division? Who do you think's going to be the next champion? Is Khabib coming back? Whatever. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Peace.